So if there's one thing that most painful low backs have in common, it's that that person tends to have a difficulty with telling the difference between spine flexion and hip flexion. This is an awesome little drill that you can do to kind of feel the difference between spine and hip flexion. So Beck's gonna walk around this way. We're gonna get a nice view of Brandy here, who's in this kind of frog position. We wanna have the knees about as wide apart as we can and the feet kind of swung inwards a little bit, okay? Now she's got most of her weight forward towards her hand. It makes it easy to arch the back in. Here we're gonna encourage arching the back in and kind of stiffening the back. A little bend in the elbow and a little dialing in the shoulder just to get the athletic posture through here. Now as she starts to sink back right here, she's gonna sink back, you're gonna start to feel a stretch in the groin, okay? That stretch in the groin is going to change a lot whenever you go from having hip motion to having, I'm gonna let you round your back here, so let it kind of flex this way, to having spine motion. So now that she has this spine motion, the sensation in the groin is very different. We're gonna take advantage of that feeling of stretch in the groin to try to groove, arch down through here, to try to groove this hip flexion right here. So you can feel that's kind of the end of the road right here, and you'll have that big pull in the adductors right here. And if we let the back round in this position, you'll feel it because the groin stretch changes, okay? And my goal is to hold on to that groin stretch. Sure, stretching your groin's great, but I'm much more interested in you having the sensation, a feeling of this is hip flexion. This is hip flexion. This is not so much spine flexion. That's what this is. And spine flexion, especially when lifting or doing repetitive tasks, that's exactly what irritates the low backs, okay? Produces those disc herniations, makes you patient, and you don't really want to be a patient, I believe you, okay? So this frog stretch is a nice position to play with to get a sensation of hip flexion versus spine flexion. Give that a try. Thanks.